Welcome to Ophiuchus Tarot. We are back again with another channel message for the collective. But before we jump right in and get started, I just want to take a moment, say hi, and welcome to new subscribers. I am so happy to have you on board with us. Thank you for becoming part of the Ophiuchus tribe. As always, it is an absolute honor and blessing to read for each and every single one of you. That being said, we're going to jump in, see what Spirit has in store for you all today. All right, Spirit, what do we have for this gorgeous collective? Waiting for ships to come in. What's this in reference to? Wow, that's a lot wanting to come out. I'm not going to take it, but it seems like Spirit's got a lot to say this morning. All right, the Hanged Man. Yeah, whatever these blessings are, they've been on hold. It's like, I don't know if it's a frame of mind that you're standing in that's almost like holding off your blessings from coming in closer to you. It might take a little time to, you might want to take a little time for yourself to really kind of dig in and see. It's like you may want something very badly, but you may also fear getting it or fear the happiness, like it'll be short-lived, or it's like afraid to be happy is kind of what I'm getting here. Yeah, it's the fear of losing something wonderful, like after you get it. It's like knowing what it feels like to have something happy and then it gets taken from you, right? It's like that's the fear. That might be what is holding back the opportunities from coming in. I feel like it's your vibe that kind of halts people at the door. I do want to say this could be with a romantic relationship and wanting something that is long-lasting and committed. Right? I feel like the opportunities are there. I feel like you've been getting smaller ones, but stable ones, but not quite the ones you're looking for. I hear high value, and I feel like that's what you're really looking for. You're looking for something more than this small offer. I heard meager offer. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's just not been coming in, and I do feel like it has something to do with the fear of actually having what you want. Yeah, it's like that sense of rejection, that feeling of rejection. It's like after you start putting in time, effort, and energy into something and it starts growing and you're happy, and then you turn around and you think, okay, what if this person's not happy anymore? What if they don't want it as badly as I do? It's like all those fears creep in, and I feel like I said, it's a vibration. What is Spirit's advice on this? What is Spirit's advice? Get passionate. And I want to say, I don't want to say throw caution to the wind, but in a sense, I want to say, if you're ready for the experience, you're going to jump in knowing it could go beautifully well or horribly wrong. And knowing that you're still ready to dive in, that's when you know you're ready for a relationship, right? It's like, I'm almost kind of just interested to see where it could possibly go. It's like, yeah, it could hurt. But I think I'm prepared enough to handle that, right? That's how you'll know. So it's like, yeah, it's prepared for happiness and celebration, but it might not go the way, the way you want it to, right? That's just life. Yeah, it could end in heartbreak, right? And then you have to rebuild and you have to build back stronger. Or dealing with somebody who is sneaky, or, you always have to kind of watch that. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who's had a bunch of bad experiences or a bunch of different partners that were just not it. And I mean, not it in some serious ways, right? Argumentative, mean, cruel with their words, sneaky, bad behavior, right? Doing things behind your back. Just painful, all around painful experiences. It's like, what if I step in and I get this? It's like, I've already had that. I don't want that again. Spirit's saying love is a choice, right? You get to decide whether or not you want to step into it, whether or not you're ready to jump in. So it's like, are you really ready? Because if you are, Spirit will have Gabriel blow that horn, rise the lover up from the grave, you collective, and give you an opportunity to shine again, right? I feel like you're stronger now than you've ever been. I feel like, there's a lot of differences from then, those past experiences, and now it's like you're a lot stronger than you were. You've gone through a lot. You've rebuilt a bunch of times, right? It's like you've got all this knowledge and wisdom under your belt. That's why you're standing in this emperor energy. Hire, fire, promote accordingly. This is your life. You're in the driver's seat. You call the shots, right? And I feel like in this energy, you could have what you're looking for. You have a better chance now at what you want than back in the day before you knew all these lessons. So I do feel like your golden opportunity is coming in for you. Spirit's giving you that opportunity to find your match. I really love this. I feel like, that perseverance and that healing process and then getting ready to step in and give it another chance. It's like, even though it could go very badly and it could hurt, I feel like you're still going to ultimately decide that you can do it. And I feel like Spirit's saying, you can. You know a lot more now. Look, you've got that armor on underneath of your garbs here. So it's like, you could be going to war, but you've got these soft fabrics on top. So maybe we're willing to give soft a try, right? Maybe we're just willing to give it a try. I feel like this shows kind of where you are. I wanted to say status as a soul, not in the physical world. I just want to say as a soul, you've grown so much and you are kind of like up on a higher level, right? You've been through a lot. You understand a lot. So I feel like, yeah, you'd have a better time. Spirit saying you'd have a better time now. Justice would prevail in the situation when it comes to love. You might be able to offer a cup and actually have someone offer the same type of cup back, right? This person might love like you love. And I feel like ultimately you decide that it's worth it to try, even though you can't see where it's going to go. It's going to go one of two ways. It's going to go beautifully or horribly wrong. You're still willing to step in as the Queen of Cups or the lover, right? The nurturer. And I really love that. I feel like, your Queen of Swords is wrapped up in there with you. You're utilizing your discernment. You've got all the facts. You're really going to see. You're not going to look at things through rose-colored glasses, right? It's like you've got a keen eye now, and it's from all those past experiences, right? You see things for what they are. You don't have to sugarcoat them, You can just say, this is what it is, right? Do I want to love this person from what I see right here, right now, right? With my own two eyes, and what do I hear with my own two ears, right? I feel like you can have it all moving forward. Yeah. It's just hopping into the unknown, basically, right? Can't really see. It's a secret whether or not it's going to turn out the way you want it to. But it's like if you're ready to jump in, Spirit will give you the opportunity. So I really love that. I do feel like it does definitely have something to do with your readiness or your thoughts and fears. I want to say check in the mind space. And see where you are mentally and emotionally when it comes to how you feel about having something that you really want and allowing it to come and go as it pleases. Like, you don't have to hold on to something extra tight, because if it's for you, it'll be there, right? So it's like, it's just being okay with things no matter which way they may happen to go. That's what I'm getting. It's being okay with that. All right. Spirit really wanted to get that out there. I'm sorry if I apologize if I repeat sometimes, but sometimes the message is so strong that Spirit puts it on repeat. It's like they want to make sure that everybody who's supposed to hear that message has heard it at least 2 or 3 times so they can really commit it to memory and to heart, right? So forgive me, I'm just the reader. I'm just channeling the message. All right, let's see what we've got here. Why do I feel like I just... I flipped this in my hands a bunch of times before I started. So whatever this message is, I almost kind of feel like whoever's involved in this, it might throw you for a loop, or it might make you feel a little disoriented or thrown off. Because I almost like, here I am moving the cards around like I've never done this before, right? So, I don't know. It's a very strange... Okay, yeah, throwing you off for sure. Hearing from, talking, unblocking. Okay, so this could be someone from the past. Okay. All right, we've got a twin flame message here, high level soulmate. If twin flame is not your catchphrase here, no worries. We're talking about divine partnerships or high level soul connections. No matter what name you put on it, there are definite levels to the types of connections that we kind of go through in this lifetime, right? Let's see. This person could be coming back in. You know, I hear resurgence of. So I do feel like there could be a resurgence of these divine connections. The two of you might actually start dating. This person may call up out of the blue, or I heard knock on your door out of the blue. So it's like, I just feel like you're not going to expect it. It may throw you off. It may make you feel a little nervous. Yeah, it feels risky, right? It feels risky. It could be, could really be taking a chance with your heart. Again, I feel that energy. It's the same type of thing. It's like, are you really willing to put your heart out there? It's like it could go really well, or it could hurt like hell. So it's like, which one is it going to be? All right. Yeah. There could have been some things in the past that went on. Could have been sneaky business. Could have been other people involved. Could have been some heartache and some pain. Could have been some drama, right? I just kind of feel like with these types of high-level soul connections, there are normally quite a few interruptions, or I want to say people getting involved, different souls getting involved. There are a lot of blocks, and there's normally quite a bit of drama. So, but this person has decided that it's only you. It's like they feel it for someone, they feel it for you. Bottled up. I feel like that was something they kept to themselves for a very long time. Or they tried to keep the illusion up that they weren't interested for a long time, or that they didn't want for a long time. You may have even, they might have been so good at convincing everyone else that they may have actually convinced you too that they weren't interested. And you might have said, okay, I saw somebody go like this. Okay, fine. It's like, I'm leaving you alone. But I feel like it's like this person's been without you for a little bit, I want to say. I want to say at least a few months, if not years, in this situation where there's been separation, I want to say. Yeah, it says present. Feeling the moment, becoming aware today in the now. So I do feel like this person, yeah, they may step forward and tell you what they've been feeling, their secrets. Look at that. Yeah, I do feel like it's the same person here. That's interesting. I don't use this deck very often. Let's see. Escape. Yeah, you know, avoiding, blocking, pushing away. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hiding. They escaped, right? They had to get away from the situation. It was too much. The memories were too much. They may have tried to escape with toxic habits as well. Now listen, I am just the reader. I just let you know what is coming so you can make a well-informed decision about what you want for yourself. If this situation comes back in and it's toxic, you have every right to say, no, we're not doing this, right? Or I'm not involved in this, or I'm not doing this, right? I always, advise you to really go with what you're feeling. Really look at all the facts. Follow your heart, take your mind with you, right? These are really important decisions sometimes, and they really could affect your future. Who you allow into your life and into your energy can really change your here and now. So I want to say, just because it's coming doesn't mean you have to accept it, right? Like I said, just letting you know what's coming in. This may or may not be a good situation for you. Only you can decide that. We have witchcraft. There's someone hexing, there's a spell or negativity. Could be. You know what I kind of feel like in this particular situation? I kind of feel like this isn't much of witchcraft as much as it is trying to manifest. I feel like someone is trying to manifest you back into the energy. It's like that's the modern day form of, it's like the lighter form of what witchcraft kind of is. You know what I mean? I kind of get that energy here. There's a lot of manifesting or trying to pull you in, thinking about you a lot. Energetically, they might not even be aware that they're almost doing this. They might be wishing on a star, blowing out candles. It's like, it is a form of witchcraft, but it's just a natural thing that they're doing. I feel like witchcraft is very natural. It's very natural to us all to kind of manifest things and utilize that energy in a bring it to me sort of way, right? I feel like everybody can do that. But I feel like that's what I'm seeing here. It's a very natural thing for this person. It's just like, it's the way they're pulling you in. Yeah. They're illuminating memories. They're really thinking hard about them. They're remembering certain smells or touches or sensations, right? Or they're dreaming up new ones to fill up old experiences that didn't quite hit the mark, right? So it's like they're dreaming up how it should be. And again, that's a form of pulling it in towards them. When you're focused on that, where that focus goes, that energy flows, right? And the intentions start to build that energy there. I feel like Spirit's on deck with this person as they kind of pull you in. Ooh. Okay, I feel like they have faith. Yeah, and they're pulling on that tether. They're pulling on that telepathy, those dreams, heart songs. It's like following that energy. You know, I feel like they're allowing themselves to actually feel the connection. I feel like before, when we had that energy here, I don't think they were feeling that connection. They were trying very hard to kind of see how it's all gray. It's like they were not feeling the vibrancy of it. They weren't allowing themselves to do so. They may have been very blocked off emotionally. So they may have experienced the energy in a form that was not comfortable for them at that point. Does that make sense? Let's see. You know, there have been 3 times when I wanted to stop and pull out of this energy and turn off the camera, because I feel like really off in this energy. I feel like this is kind of the way this specific situation has felt with you and this person. It's like, I want to say, are we on or are we off? It's like, what is going on here? It's like one decides to try and the other pulls away. And then the other just gets to a point where they're like, fine. And then they turn around and they're like, why aren't they following me? I thought we were going in a direction, right? I could say miscommunication, but I feel like there's just that lack of communication altogether. I feel like the fire and the passion is kind of building in this situation. What's going on here, Spirit? Because I feel like there's so many confusing, conflicting emotions. You can't really foresee where it's going to go. Yeah, you're blind in this situation. What else, Spirit? There is some movement coming. What is this? It's like obsession with making it work. Yeah, ravenous, starving. They're hungry for you. This person's soul is literally hungry for you. I feel like that's going to come as a really big surprise. With this person coming in, you may feel conflicted for a time, like you just don't know what to do. It's like you don't know whether or not you're going to accept this person back into your life. And you have every right to take your time to think about it, to see what feels right for you, right? What else do we have here, Spirit? What do we have? I want that, whatever it is. It's time. It really is. It's gonna, Spirit says divine timing. I see the clock striking and I feel the vibrations. It's like I don't know what clock it is. It's a huge clock and it's kind of gonging and the vibrations are really, really strong. I want to say divine says it's time. And when divine says it's time, it doesn't matter who you are or where you are. When something is meant to come together, Spirit will put you there, period, point blank, right? It's like whether or not you want to participate in that is always up to you. But when they say it's time to bring it together, to allow them to choose, because each has their own choice, that's what's going to happen, right? I just feel like this is time for it to come into fruition. in whatever way, you know, it will go is up to both of you. There's going to be a lot of emotions. Someone may have ghosted in the situation as well. Someone may have just disappeared. I feel like they just couldn't handle the connection. They weren't prepared. They weren't ready, right? You might have been ready, but I don't think they were ready. You know, and I don't want to say you were fully ready and you had all your lessons under your belt, because I feel like, you know, we're all still learning and growing. This is a learning and growing journey for everybody involved, right? Especially connections like this. We are meant to crash together energetically to kind of build us up our soul's lessons, you know? The two of you may be just getting together, taking that risk to see where it might go. I don't know. It could go somewhere towards the future. Yeah, there's a lot of signs, a lot of synchronicities. I see 11, but I heard 1111. Yeah, this is, you know, the one, deep love, spiritual connection, life partner. This person may come in and walk the rest of this path with you. Do I think there was some toxicity? Yeah, absolutely. I feel like there always is. In these types of connections, I feel like we're dealing with our own toxicities. We're working through them, right? And then sometimes they end up pouring out on our partners as we grow and learn on this journey, right? That's just kind of part of it. But I feel like this is going to come. This separation is going to come to a type of an end. Yeah, time for a decision. And I wanted to say a discussion and a decision. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to leave it like this because I want to say ultimately it's up to you whether or not you want to indulge in this connection with this person. But I do feel like they're going to be communicating with you very, very soon. They want to know if you've got some time so they can chat you up there. Maybe create something new. All right, we have this Heart's Hidden Secrets. Now, this deck and the T deck tend to give us some pretty wild stories, right? I want to say, if this is the type of reading that really triggers you and you don't want to deal with this energy today, you can click off now. You can hop back in time to any one of my readings. They are all timeless. It could be just as true for you now as it was when I posted it. So you can hop in just about anywhere, right? I want to say, please, please, please take only what resonates and toss the rest, right? I do understand we're meant to be triggered and we're meant to kind of open up and understand our wounds. It's like when we get triggered, we realize there's something there that we need to heal, right? So I do understand that, but I'm just giving you the fair warning in case you want to hop somewhere else, right? I don't know what it's going to bring, but just figured that would, you know, wow. Okay. We're really in this energy today. There is no getting around it. Twin flame energy. No longer clinging. It's in reverse, and I don't normally take reversals in this, but I'm feeling like this is the truth of it. One is starting to let go. I want to say divine feminine is letting go of the connection, looking to, I want to say, live a full life, even if that means not having this person by their side or in their life, right? It's like wishing someone well and hoping that they have a beautiful life and wanting the same for yourself, right? And I feel like it's genuine. And I feel like that may be actually what's kind of key turning this situation, is getting to the point where you're like, I'll be okay if it doesn't come. It's like, I'm okay, right? And I feel like there's truth to that statement. It's like, if this person never comes back my way, I hope they have a beautiful life, right? I feel like that's the truth in the statement. And I feel like that's something important. Yeah. Now this person's feeling conflicted. I feel like this high-level soulmate twin flame is feeling conflicted, right? I don't feel like you are. I feel like you've gotten to the point where you're secure in this. Now, it could go either way. You could be on any side of this reading. But I am going to say, like, divine feminine is walking in a new direction, or is allowing themselves to find what really feels right for them, even if it's something new, right? Yeah, they're not trapped or bound by this anymore. I feel like they've done a mass amount of healing when it comes down to it. There's no obsession here. There's no, I feel like There's love, but there's not obsession. There's connectedness and a tether to the energy, but there's not stress about it, right? There's a different level of energy going on here. And I feel like this is like the ascended version of the journey between these high-level soulmate twin flames. It's like this is where we're meant to get to, because then only from this place of healed energy can you make a really well-informed decision about whether or not you actually want this person in your life, right? It's like you could know that you love someone and unconditionally, and you can also know that they may not be good for you, right? So for some of you, or the being around this person or being close to them might not feel as good, right? So I feel like it's making those really well-informed decisions. And we've got divine masculine energy here. Yeah, I do feel like they're feeling conflicted. There's distance here. There's memories here. This pain that they were feeling is not being expressed anymore. They just don't feel that coming from your energy, right? Breaking point. I feel like it's starting to frighten this person. I feel like it's starting to really affect this person. It's like now we start contemplating, what about commitment? What about is it my karma not to have this, or is it for me to have, right? Oh, you just flew out. There's sorrow. They're dealing with grief and loss at this point, right? Because being around you feels good, right? Ecstasy feels good. I hear, am I cursed? Can we still create intimacy? Or is it over? Feeling hopeless and helpless? Am I rejected? Or can we heal this, right? Maybe I need to confess. I was running away. Why? I didn't know how to set healthy boundaries, right? I was stressed then and I ran. I'm not now, but I feel like I was then, right? So that's kind of the energy that I'm getting from this person. There's still chemistry. I still feel like it's only you, right? I don't know. I feel like this person is really kind of milling it all over. I see the bench in my mind from another card, another deck. And it was, they're thinking, I've made mistakes. I've kind of put myself in the position to lose this, right? And it was a beautiful experience. This person is a beautiful person to me, whether masculine or feminine, doesn't matter. Should I return? Will they give me a second chance? Right? There might have been some people involved in the past that I allowed to get in the way. Could have been family or friends. Maybe those realizations hit pretty hard. I felt obsessed. See, this energy, this obsession energy, I feel like comes from a very powerful connection. And I feel like it can be very frightening until you start healing different parts of you, and then you start to see the truth of it, right? It's like it's an attachment style, and then there are other things that kind of create this one energy of a feeling of obsession, right? So I feel like after you do some healing work, I want to say go through a couple different karmic relationships and, experiences, then you start to see the differences and start to heal those things as you go, right? So I feel like this person's no different. They've done that cloudy judgment, right? Couldn't see it for what it was, the connection itself. They see you as being that deep love and connection. I don't want to just keep saying one day. Yep, because there's longing. That's why. It's like I want it to be today, not one day. I don't want to wait anymore. New perspective. Still loyal to this person. My heart's still open to this person. I was bluffing. I didn't want them to see. My heart was in a fog. I was scared. It's like, all of these different energies coming out. I feel like these are a lot of thoughts to really kind of, I see somebody swimming through what looks like murky water. So it's like, it's a lot to swim through, right? And I feel like when it comes down to it, it's like, can I have this new beginning? Yeah. I was stuck in my pride, so I utilized silence as a tool. This person may have utilized silence as a tool to kind of aid their pride in the win. I feel like they realize that it's like, yay, I won. Short-lived win, right? It's like, I got what I wanted, I guess, right? That's kind of what I hear. I guess I got what I wanted. Doesn't feel as good as I thought it would, right? That's kind of the energy here. They still have that fantasy in their mind about making something happen there. They still feel the depth. It's going to take an apology and the two, releasing the past if you want to move it forward. I'm going to cut it here. I feel like there's a lot of energy here about fear and releasing those fears and growth and expansion and maybe the opportunity to give it another try. Again, I'm just the reader. I just let you know what's coming so you can make that well-informed decision for yourself. What do you want, right? Who do you want? Do you want this experience? Are you willing to give it another try? There's a possible that it could be commitment worthy, right? It's going to go one or two ways, right? That's kind of how I feel like all of these readings have been today. It's going to go one of two ways. And I feel like that's just collectively, it's like where we're at. Are we ready to take the leap of faith into something or are we not? I feel like once we decide that, it's like we have to come to grips with the reality. It's either going to go somewhere amazing or it's going to flop, right? Sink or swim. I'm hearing that song. Okay. If I remember, I'll put it in the comments below. Okay. All right, your initials, their initials. Ooh, we've got a T standing up and an A standing up. So first, middle, last name. Those could be important for somebody. So if you wanted to know if this reading was for you or you were questioning, and those are your initials, or, you know, you find yourself there. Oh, this is a blank. Let's not keep flipping that. If you don't see your initials here, but you felt the reading and the energy, please, please, please take that, right? There's an extra here, a blank, so if you need something, you can substitute and put your initial in there or their initial. All right. I heard something about the garage. It's like old memories. I'm seeing somebody go through old memories. Somebody looks like they're in the garage or the attic, and they're going through old memories, photographs. It's like who I was then versus who I am now. For some, I hear a shadow or a shell of who I used to be. It's like, for some reason, I feel like the joy has left over the years. It's like that playful energy, that fun-loving, goofy smile is like gone. It's like hard years happened in between. And there's a wonder if we can bring that back, that youthful energy back. And you can. I feel like it takes some healing and some focus on self and that inner child healing. But you can bring that back and be that person again, or be the person you are now along with that person you were then, right? I just heard something about hygiene. So I don't know if I hear good hygiene. So yeah, that's a big deal. I mean, something about taking care of yourself. It's like, you know, you've really fallen off. I'm seeing somebody in an old sweaty t-shirt. And he looks like he is like content in just sitting in that energy. So it's like, I want to say it's an energy, but it could also be that energy is causing this person to kind of slack off on their hygiene. It's like so depressed that they're not taking care of themselves, or so blah about everything that they're just not doing the things they used to do to take care of themselves. I feel like that's a warning sign. So if this is somebody that you love, they may need a listening ear, they may need a hug, they may need a pep talk, right? I kind of see that here, but I feel like that's a warning sign. So if it's somebody that you love, that should be really looked into, right? Not just, you know, frowned upon. I feel like it's letting you know there's a problem, right? I'm seeing a red blinking light. It's like, hello, tune in, right? Or that could be a sign to yourself. It's like, maybe I need to do something for myself, get some help, find somebody to talk to, right? Could be something like that, like a warning light to self, if that's the case. Big hugs to you if that's the case. I hear Bryn and I hear Brian, so 2 different names there. Could go together, might be separate. I also hear the name Jean or Jeannie. Now I'm hearing all sorts of names. Barbara. Yeah, I don't know. I just heard something like you talk too much. So it's like, I don't know if someone's saying that to you. I don't know if it's someone... Yeah, I don't know why. It's like they're kind of like putting you down to make you feel smaller. I forget what it's called. I always do. Can't really think outside of a channel, but this person's trying to make you feel smaller so that way you give them a chance. Does that make sense to you? It's like, you know, like they know you're too good for them, or that's how they see you. And so they're trying to make you feel small so you kind of say yes to their poor behavior. I don't like it at all, but yeah, I hear yo. It's like, what are you up to? Or, you know, I kind of get that these are like late night calls, and I feel like I'm talking to somebody who really respects themselves. So it's like they're not looking for those late night phone calls or late night, you know, hey, what are you doing? You know, I just feel like it's like getting that from this person's kind of like a slap in the face. It's like, no, no. I don't know if somebody's really starting to like shake themselves out of this. They're like, no, I may be bored or I may be tired. It's like, but this is not it. I kind of get, it's like, I work too hard on myself to be like acting this way. So I don't know if it's like, let me catch myself before I wreck myself kind of thing. That's okay, right? It is always your choice. If that late night call is something that you're into, that message is not for you. And it's okay. No judgment, right? We don't do judgment here. Everybody's on their own learning and expanding journey here. Everybody's choices are, in fact, their own. And what works for you might not work for somebody else, right? So no judgment. We don't do that. All right, let's see. Yeah, I want to stick that up there. It's like, I feel like also there could be someone that wants to get your attention. Yeah, they want to get your attention. I feel like they almost don't know how to do that, but I feel like the best way to get your attention is to literally step towards you and start a conversation. It's like, instead of guessing, now you'll know, right? It's like you'll be able to feel it out. I feel like there's no better way to communicate than face to face. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? What do we have? Oh, you were stuck to me. The wrench. Okay, somebody definitely wants to fix things with you. It's like they want to fine tune this energy here. Yeah, they see you as the soulmate. You know, I feel like this person sees you and thinks you're lonely without me. I'm lonely without you. Maybe we could become home for each other. It's like, I want to say missing puzzle piece. Somebody may feel that you're missing the missing puzzle piece. It's like the reason this isn't growing is because we're not. Somebody may have made mistakes in the past because this jester was kind of, this is the back of him, and he was kind of, looks to me like he's walking away. So I kind of feel like the old clown behavior, that type of thing, is gone. I feel like this person wants to volley some communication back and forth with you and see if they can fix this. They view you as the soulmate and they want some growth here. They want some sweetness here. They want things to change. So, yeah. Yeah, they just want some change. They want you to see them in a different light. So if you saw them as somebody who played games or who kind of, you know, helped you make a mess of something, right? Because it takes 2 to tango there. But I feel like This person wants you to see them in a different light. All right, collective, that is what I have for you all. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to become part of this Ophiuchus tribe. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.